how are you doing today? Welcome back to my channel, Just Keep Swimming 1111. We're going to get into another twin flame reading today. Let's get in and see what's going on with you guys. If you're not sure if you're a twin flame or not, I have a whole playlist of twin flame videos that you can kind of just watch and see. So if you go to my channel and check out twin flames, you can check out and just kind of get the feel if that's what you feel you are or not. If not, maybe you're a divine soulmate. Okay, so let's see what's going on. Hey Patricia, hi Vicariously Me. Hi Lester. Hi Golden. Let's see what's going on in the shadow with the twin flames real quick. What's happening in the shadows? You haven't watched me stuff in ages. Katie, it's good to have you back. All right, Spirit, please guide and direct me for the twin flame energy, current vibes. So we're just going to see what's happening in the shadows for the moment. And the shadows mean the dark places, the quiet places, the unknown places. Kind of take a look in there first, the secret places. Spirit, please guide and direct me for this message for the twin flame and divine soulmate energies. What's happening in the shadows? Okay, Merry Christmas. I hope you guys all had a Merry Christmas. I hope you don't mind that I wasn't present on a live video. I have a family to take care of and feed and do Christmas for, so I was unable to come live, but if I was able, if I was single at home or older with no little ones in the house, I probably could have came live, but I have little ones, so please excuse my absence, everyone. I love you very much, though, and I did think of you on Christmas. Okay, so let's see what's going on in the shadows. First card, we have robotic. Feeling out of control of oneself, which is kind of like the devil card. Next, we have the axe. Ooh, there's going to be a breakthrough. Okay. All right, next. Power, which is very much like the Queen of Wands. Look at her doing some spell magic going on there with her black cat. All right, magical superpowers. And we have garlic, strong potential, which is also an antibiotic. Next, we have elusive, avoidance, hiding. This would be more seen as Scorpio, kind of 8 of Cups. Next, we have the cow skull, an abrupt ending, which is like death. So we definitely are dealing with a Scorpio energy somewhere in the midst. Next, cowardly. This is scared. This is guarded. I would call this one 4 of Pentacles. Next is the pine cone, spiritual realization. Hey, Teresa. This person is just starting to open up. And I think this is the breakthrough that this person has decided to finally start opening up. This person has been controlled by someone else, possibly a Leo. And this person has gone inside themselves to really search in their heart of hearts what they want and who they are. I know you've heard this before, but that's the cleansing power that's going through. We are having a major shift and a very impressive change and purification of someone's life and drama in their situations. This person is ready to have an end to being controlled and not thinking for themselves, not doing for themselves. This person is scared to let go of the security that they have built with this other relationship or person, but they are now starting to open up. And they're seeing where they've been trapped. They're seeing where they've been controlled, and they're seeing who's been behind it. And there's just a big revelation here in the mind, kind of like the Tower, about what needs to go and what needs to happen in 2023. Bottom of the deck here is the Moose, which is they're setting themselves up in a position of power, which is the Emperor, which is great, masculine energy. So this person is like, I'm finally going to be in control of my own life. Next is secretive. No one really heard or knows about this shift inside of them yet. Whoever they're with in relationship or whoever's been doing this to them is not aware that they are standing up for themselves and creating a whole new energy in their own life. The person they're with or that's controlling doesn't realize this person is about to stand up for themselves very soon. Very, very soon. This is going to be all within 7 days. Yes. Within 7 days, there's going to be a shift. The next card that comes out in the animal totem is the Ace of Cups. And that's the Kingfisher. Didn't I tell you there was going to be a Tower? So if the Kingfisher and the Tower. Big shift and revelation on who they really love and who's really good for them. What they really need and what they really want. The universe is helping them change. By the universe, I mean creator, source, spirit, guides. Okay, other spiritual forces are stepping into this person's life and saying, we're here to assist you. Anytime you get an Ace of Cups, it's a gift. It's a gift from above. It really, truly is. What's going to be happening here soon in their situation? The Two of Wands. A decision is about to be made. Really about to happen. Man, this person's been juggling back and forth, kind of tug of war. But it's about to happen with the Two of Wands. That is getting on the right path. And that's what's happening. Fire energy here. Decisions are going to be made. Leo again. Bottom of the deck is the Four of Swords. This is quiet, peace of mind, meditation, rest, silence, and secrets. This person is not talking about their plans or what they're thinking and feeling. There is no expression to anyone. This is just going to be kind of a surprise. Whoever's dealing with this is going to be surprised. And my screen got stuck. Oh, crap. Can you guys hear me? Aren't we on our way to Mercury retrograde already? Are you guys still there? Can you hear me? Okay, guys. Sorry about that. The camera went crazy. You guys can hear me. I know it's not till the 29th at all, but damn, I have been getting major technological situations happening for the last, like, 2 weeks minimum. It's just, I think this particular Mercury retrograde is going to come in pretty heavy. But we'll just take a look at that, guys. So the silence that's happening here, the rest, the meditation, the gift of new life from the universe, the spiritual help that's coming in. And now there's no sound. Do you guys hear sound or not? Oh, you can hear me? Okay, great. That person may be just a little behind. All right. So anyways, yeah, that universal help is coming in. This person is deciding here now with the Two of Wands to get back on track. And believe me, they are going to be in a position of power. Let me get this hook back up. Okay. I hope that stays. Anyways, I do want to read a little bit about that. Courtney, hi Steph, did you see my, on YouTube, I paid for 22? You never heard your name? Oh, Courtney, yeah, I didn't hear your name. I had the people's names, and I didn't see your name. I'll have to check it and see what happened, okay, honey? And I will take care of you for sure. All right, so I do want to read about what's kind of happening. I'll start with the Tower. All right, so starting here, everybody. Nothing in this world has ever been created to last, nor was it ever meant to be created instantaneously either. Step by step and piece by piece is how the wonders of the world are created. Even homes, people, beautiful places. Slowly but surely we create something that is beneficial to everyone involved. Yet we understand the impermanence of all that comes from this harsh physical landscape. But just because something won't last forever doesn't mean you shouldn't do it. For really, all we ever have is this present experience on our journey, not what our ego wants to leave behind in a legacy. In the middle of the Australian outback, there are bustling cities through the untrained eye. There are extremely easy to miss areas. Most people look out over the sun-scorched landscape in the Australian desert and see a vast expanse of what looks like nothing. The conditions are so harsh and hot and dry here that even the dirt looks like it belongs into the pits of hell. But if you shift your gaze ever so slightly, you will see thriving metropolises, complete with skyscrapers. The termite towers of the outback are a reminder that no matter the appearance of the outer landscape, life doesn't just survive, it thrives. These incredible structures truly are a testament to the miracle of architectural brilliance. But despite their awesomeness, there are still some vulnerable energies into the environment in which they are built. The harsh conditions of the desert aren't just limited to extreme heat. When the rains sweep in, they unleash fuel fury of the clashing heavens, washing away everything that was. The lesson of the termite tower is that the higher one goes, the more at risk of being struck down or noticeable. It's another way that the ego needs to be validated. The bigger you go, the more blast from the divine. Which is true. The more you guys become more spiritual and more into your particular healing, cleansing, nurturing, and growing, the more the universe is going to come and wipe things away to test you. The more damage is going to be caused. And that's probably why they say ignorance is bliss. Because the more you know, the higher you want to go. The less you know, the more you're comfortable staying where you're at. I feel like someone's been very comfortable, but they've also grown. They've learned about their spiritual life, about their karma. They've kind of awoken with the Ace of Cups. And because they've awoken and they see what kind of a situation they're in, which is being controlled and not having control of their own life in some way, now that they can look back on it and see, I don't have control over my life, I'm losing it. That's the spiritual awakening realization where they're like, I can't continue this. It's like once, what was that one little story where the men in the cave, they thought that was just what the world was like in the dark. A fire behind them was the sun casting life onto the walls, and they were just shadows, until someone realized as they ventured out that there's a whole nother world outside the cave, and that it was, the fire was man-made and it wasn't the sun, and they wanted to be free and go into the world, which they did. And then they tried telling their friends to follow them, to believe them, that they found something else. Stop that! Matthew! Stop! Anyways, sorry. Yeah, anyways. Well, the point is, nobody else wanted to go. Nobody else wanted to come. They were, oh my God, is there like constant distractions? I'm sorry, my dog, my kids. Okay, so anyways, the point is not everybody's going to follow you. But once you've awoken, and you have a choice, Two of Wands, which is a choice. Are you going to stay here in the cave, in the dark, looking at shadows, pretending that's life? Or are you going to go explore this new world? And that's kind of what's happening. And your person is awakening. And just looking at their life saying, this person is not the right one for me. They're controlling me. They don't want me to have my own independence. They don't want me to think and do things on my own. They're manipulating. And I've just been sitting here scared, afraid to leave because I was afraid I was going to lose money. I was afraid I was going to be in a financial imposition in life. And that is the one thing that holds me back, is my security. But I know that I can create a whole nother security somewhere else. I don't really know how, but I know I need to go do that. Thank you, Valerie, for the Cash App. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Valerie, and Merry Christmas to you. So anyways, let's see. The Tower here. In business and career, whoever's dealing with this Tower, this is a disastrous desert storm, and the Tower is vulnerable. Everything else that is raised above ground, which is out and seen in the upright, everyone sees it, they see what it is about to be destroyed. With one stray bolt of lightning, the thriving termite metropolis will come crashing down. The Tower asks you to examine this outer landscape that this person has built up for themselves in this hostile environment, and their love life, their romance, their situation, and whoever they're in a relationship with has been hostile. And they're about to experience a downfall. You know, I'm kind of feeling also like Christmas was, oh, everybody's happy, everything's going right, we're not fighting, things are so good. Things are so good. It's Christmas. We're going to have a nice meal. We're going to cuddle by the fire. We're going to watch a movie. We're going to open presents. Oh, you know, maybe everything's going to work out in this hostile environment. Maybe everything's going to be okay. Everyone has that build up right for Christmas, like everything is right as rain. But right after Christmas, what happens? We see how much money we've spent and how much money we need. Four of Pentacles. We see that we built up a romantic situation because of the holidays. We built it up, pretended it was something that it wasn't, and now reality hits us and we're just like, this is really not the romantic situation I want to be in for another year, let alone years. So, you know, that's happening. And just honestly waking up to the situation and going, I need to make a change. That New Year's resolution business. Now, Now, next, in family and relationships. Termites are incredibly organized creatures. Their homes are a testament to their ability to work together and for the collective good. Even in a time of chaos or crisis, these little guys always come together. Now is the time for you and yours to do the same. Work with one another to achieve a common goal, as working apart will only lead to a flawed and faulty foundation. And I feel very much that there's going to be a coming together. That as soon as this other situation crumbles to the ground, the people that are meant to be together are going to hustle together and build something else. So after the tower destroys a relationship, one is built. After the tower destroys a family, another one is built. The same with the tower destroying a home. Something else is built. Destroying your finances, Christmas, anybody? Yeah. Well, now we're going to be correcting that. So this is, and you know, Venus is going into Capricorn, Vedic sidereal astrology, not tropical, but Venus is going to be going into Capricorn very soon. And there is definitely going to be a restructuring financially, because Venus is wealth, health, and prosperity, romance, beauty, and pleasure, and enjoyment, but a lot of it's wealth, and Capricorn's all about that, and stabilizing your wealth, stabilizing your structure. What I foresee happening astrologically with this tower is life insurance purchases will be made, safer vehicles will be purchased, because Venus also represents a vehicle in your chart, so a much safer vehicle. There are going to be some energies that will be cut because they're a waste. And there will be more money and time and pleasure spent on things that are pleasurable, that are enjoyable, and that make you feel good. And this is about building a nest and building a home. So Venus going into Capricorn, I do feel like a lot of you guys are going to be simplifying and cozying, if that's a word, cozying your home environment. So it's all about a foundation and being comfortable right now, and that's what you guys are going to be stepping into at the tower. As far as family and relationships, you're going to be considering your foundation. And that's why someone here is going to definitely be ending a relationship. 8 of Cups, Death, Tower. There's definitely an ending that will be happening. Okay. In health, although it seems like an ominous card, it really doesn't have to be. Think of the tower or the termite as the point of which you are being liberated from your old body. The story that used to define you is no more. And with a clean slate and a fresh new start, your body is reinvigorated. This is a way to create your body like a blank canvas. All right, so are you guys doing that? Are you like revamping your body, revamping your look? All right, revamping your health. That is what's going to be happening here at the tower. And ask yourself some journal prompts for the day. What are you reaching for currently and why? Have you strayed away from your inner path or your inner divinity? And thirdly, have you merely constructed a monument to your ego? You know, what other people think. Do you really care about what other people think? Because someone here does. It doesn't have to be you, honey. It could be your person. But, you know, that happens. People are like, yes, I've constructed my life, my look, and everything based on what I thought people would judge me as, see me as, and think of me as. The spiritual awakening is I don't really care or need that value from anybody else. I really value myself. You love the prompts vicariously me? That's awesome. And I also, since we're here real quick, please, I wanted to touch on a dear friend of mine, well, kind of a friend, let's just say a YouTube acquaintance. And then another friend who reposted his post. Those two people are special to me, especially one particular gal that I love. But I wanted to touch on something that was stated over Christmas, probably out of frustration, or Mercury coming into retro, we're not watching what we're saying or thinking deeply about something before we say it. I want you guys to think about Mercury retrograde as a comet. We see it coming before it's even here. So the last 2 weeks of Mercury coming into retrograde has been, we see the fireball. We see it coming towards us. So we feel it. We're influenced by it. Retrograde means to reflect and to look back at something. So that's great. But a lot of times it fumbles our words. It can cause confusion. It can cause frustration. It can cause accidents, so be careful physically. And it can also cause us putting our foot in our mouth to where we'll say something and it comes out wrong, or we didn't have a filter and we just said it anyways. Or we say something, but like I said, we didn't really think about it before we said it. And then that's what causes the Mercury retrograde effect to make us reflect. Okay. And so it teaches us the errors of our ways. But as Mercury comes more settled in, it will be totally in our environment for a little while. And then it will start to move away, and we'll still see the tail. We'll still have influence of Mercury retrograde even for 2 weeks after it's done. But there are these beginning, middle, and ending phases, much like the moon. So right now, anyways, this person posted, I don't know if it was a short or a video, about being spiritual. And I wanted to comment on this. I don't want to give names because I don't want to stir any boats right now. But if anybody watched that, or if anybody has these thoughts, let's talk about it just for like 3 minutes, please. The statement that was made was true. Anybody can be spiritual. It doesn't matter who is pulling the cards, unless, we'll get to unless, but anybody can do it. You can go to the store today and purchase a deck of cards for yourself. And you can start reading what they mean and teaching yourself and doing your own cards, which I'm assuming 90% of you already do. Because anyone who gets into the tarot world starts to do their own tarot. Why? Well, because it's cheaper. You don't have to pay for reading so much. And it's easier. And it's more direct. So if you feel like you need a quick answer for yourself, can you guys hear me? I got interrupted from a phone call. Can you guys hear me right now? Sometimes when a call comes in, the volume gets messed up. Oh, markers, yes, you can hear me. Okay, thank you. So what was I saying? Okay, so anyways, you can pull your own cards to get direct answers for yourself. I do it. My mom does it. My kids do it. Everyone does it that I know. It's great. And that's what this person was saying. Like, anyone can pull cards. You're all intuitive. Anything that we do, you can do. We're all psychic. Now, that is true in many aspects. In many aspects, that is true. Anyone can do cards. Anyone can try to be psychic. I think we all have spiritual gifts. And what I mean by my agreement is everyone on the planet has a spiritual side. It's like everyone has the capability. However, here's where I want to differ, and let's talk about that in reflection to this man's statement, which I do care about this man, and I think he's a great person, and he does a great job on what he does on YouTube. But as an astrologer, I have to step in and say I think that is boisterous, and I think that is egotistical, and I think that is an Aquarian trait. I don't know if he has Aquarian somewhere Vedic in his chart, but that is an Aquarian trait of what he's doing. And by Aquarian, I mean it's free the people, save the masses, make everyone feel equal. We're all equal. We're really not. And this is where the battle begins. We are not all equal. I'm sorry. Men and women are very different, and I will always stick to that. We all have the same opportunities, and some people can thrive. But that's very few. It's random and it's rare and it's not common. So no, everyone does not have the capability. Are there muscle building women in this world that are stronger than a man? Oh yeah. Is that pretty much all women? Fuck no. Guys, fuck no. Try to do some plumbing. I tried to do some plumbing at my grandma's house recently and just twist a rusted old pipe off. Couldn't do it. I fucking wore myself out. I had to call a man. I had to call my dad, my stepdad, and say, can you come help me get this fucking piece of shit pipe off? Even though I had tools. And with all his strength, yes, he was able to get it off. So there are differences. Yes, there are some women who are as strong as the man, but it's not typical. I'm just using that as an example. Spiritually speaking, it is the same. There are masculines and there are feminines. Feminines definitely tend to be more spiritual. So could a masculine go to the store and buy a tarot deck and start reading his own tarot? Sure. Would he be any good at it? I don't think a masculine energy, male or female, would be as intuitive as the feminine would. Why? Because the feminine's chakras are the throat, the third eye, and the crown. Those are feminine traits. Now, I'm not saying masculines are not spiritual. Masculines are great at tantric. Masculines are great at yoga. Masculines are great at mantras. Masculines are great at doing physical, spiritual things. There's a whole different way for a masculine to be spiritual than there is for a feminine to be spiritual. Totally different ways. So I just want to put that out there. First of all, there are differences, spiritually speaking, between the masculine people, male or female, and the feminine people, male or female. So no, Maria, that's what I just said. There are masculines that are intuitive. I just said that. But let's think about that, Maria. Feminine traits in a man make him more intuitive. You can't debate me on that. Look at every male psychic on TV. They have major feminine traits. They're just more feminine. Even straight men that are psychics have a lot of feminism in them. They have great style. They're great at the way they communicate. They're excellent communicators. You know who make great masculine intuitives, and you're sending me off on a spiral here, Maria, are people that have mercurial influences, because mercurial is non-binary. Mercurial is male and female. So people that are Gemini and Virgo, boom, they tend to have a lot more intuition, even if they're masculine, because Mercury is neither male nor female, so it does take on some feminine traits. And there has been a study on gay and lesbian energies that tend to see a stronger trait with mercurial influences. So Gemini Virgos tend to really be able to kind of go both ways. But that's a whole nother story, Maria, and I don't want to get into that. I don't want to offend people that are so strong-held on masculine, feminine beliefs. When I say masculine and feminine, it doesn't matter the sex. It is the energy, number one. So I want to focus on that. So masculine traits do not have to be straight men. It could be a lesbian. It could be a straight woman. People are masculine for whatever reason, okay? But like I said, there are differences in the intuitive world. And I do have to say that the feminines tend to be more psychic and intuitive. I said more. I didn't say only. I said more. And that's just the fact of it. And I will say, to speak on the masculine's behalf, spiritually speaking, masculines have more drive, male or female, to be a yogi, to be a guru, to be a yoga instructor, to be a tantric master, to be super dedicated, determined in longevity towards a spiritual